will begin by sharing his thoughts about past years here at OLPH.
Good evening to all of the priests, Mrs. Crawl, our principal, Sister Meg Magdalene, our former principal, Mrs. Kelly, our 8th grade teacher, faculty, staff, sisters, parents, family, friends, and last but not least, graduating class of 2014. I am Kevin Popp, and I am incredibly honored to stand before you as valedictorian. This is a title that I gladly share with my friend Matthew. Tonight, I have the privilege to speak to you about the last 9 years at Our Lady of Petro Public School. These are years that we worked together, played together, and prayed together. As I started to prepare this speech, I thought, how can I adequately capture the journey we have shared together? I decided it's always best to start at the beginning. The summer of '05 was when it all began. Half of the graduates here today were walking through the threshold of a door that had a giant K above the window. We were scared, nervous, and yet eager to start a new journey at OLPH School. Certainly, there was a hesitation in introducing ourselves to new classmates, a yearning to leave a good first impression for our new teacher, and an uncertainty of the hard work that was now ahead of us. Sister Leticia and our aide, Mrs. Zamora, were a dynamic duo our kindergarten year in teaching us our numbers and instructing us how to read for the first time. Most of us remember the ABC revolution that we all battled. We were the last kindergarten class to graduate with the red caps and gowns, and therefore the last to pose for the million pictures taken by the parents of an OLPH kindergarten. In first grade, we were so grateful to have Mrs. Sage as our teacher, Mrs. Richter as our aide. The leprechaun coins that we always searched for, and the fun aloha party are memories we will cherish. Additionally, let us not forget Mrs. Sage's Jesus walks when students misbehaved. She often stressed that we needed to act as gentlemen and young ladies. Then second grade came, and this was our last year with the sisters. We were blessed to have both Sister Irma as our second grade teacher and Mrs. Wheeler as our aide in the classroom. Sister Irma taught us how to become more closely connected to Jesus by helping us with our first reconciliation and our first Holy Communion. I warmly recall how she taught us how to genuflect reverently in the play we did of the Last Supper. She had us memorize nearly impossible words to spell, like transubstantiation, and had us write long essays on short notice. Even though it was extremely tough, we did it. We learned so much from Sister Irma, which in turn has helped us become who we are today. Mrs. Rodriguez, our amazing third grade teacher, and our aide, Mrs. Lucas, trained us to learn our multiplication tables, educated us in expanding our vocabulary, and strengthened our writing skills. Story time with Mrs. Rodriguez about her kids were always amazing, such as Pablo sticking a bead up his nose and then not being able to take it out. Ms. Fernandez made a fourth grade year a meaningful year too. We worked hard on our mission projects. A high point that year was coming together as a class to produce our play on the Great Depression. Another highlight for our class came at the end of the year when our entire class went to Scooter's Jungle because we won the golf ball ticket sale. In 5th grade, we had Miss Squires, and this was another eventful year. We went to the Ronald Reagan Library, which was impressive. We also learned so much about how terrible puppy mills are for dogs. We knew right away that Miss Squires was an animal lover, and we listened to her stories of them. She also taught us how to write better essays, as well as to take good notes. Most of us remember those long notes for social studies on the American Revolution.